has a decent delay. That's decent. Let me figure out more of this. Okay, that's done. Okay, that's done. Okay, try and get it. Okay, that's done. Okay, try and get it. Okay, that's done. This can go.
Your face of the older goblin, his belly kind of poking across his like well-tailored pants. Yeah, kind of putting the glasses up. Face of the
right when he comes to the door, right? Jump and land like we had just got there.
Across his like well-tailored pants.
Crazy
Yeah, kind of putting the glasses up. Face of the
right when he comes to the door, right? Jump and land like we had just got there.
Across his like well-tailored pants.
Crazy
Yeah, kind of putting the glasses up. Face of the
right when he comes to the door, right? Jump and land like we had just got there.
Across his like well-tailored pants.
Crazy
Yeah, kind of putting the glasses up. Face of the
right when he comes to the door, right? Jump and land like we had just got there.
across his like well.
Oh yeah, this is Jesus. Okay. Oh, peace.
Right when he comes to the door, right?
Notice. Oh, this is important. Excuse me, still setting up a bit. Then this is good enough. Welcome to the streams. Welcome to. Well, my first stream on YouTube. I'm gonna try this. How it works. We are continuing to work on Wing Felice. Focus, please. So yeah, we just got the torso. We got one arm, whatever, and we're gonna. I almost thought I forgot. No, I forgot. Lost this thing. So gotta continue with this. So yeah, let's get these bits sorted out and let's start off. We're gonna be listening to some Critical Role and watching some as we do. Did this script pick this? Yeah. Hi Alana, thanks for the cheers, and hopefully maybe more people will show up here now that I'm on YouTube. Easier and all that. But where was I? Here.
Right, of course. Do you require a meeting with the master, or are you just passing through?
Just passing
Just passing
through.
through. He said he's
He
pretty
told us that
busy.
he was here, though, on the premises, though. Is that right?
He said he's busy though. He's busy.
Certainly, yes, he is.
He's here.
I mean, Do we want to ask about the beacon? Do we want to like at some point we could check in on our way?
We would have to come back. He doesn't want to speak now. Maybe we could go visit.
Yeah, this is
Right in the middle of
this is a high grade. Like there's many parts. Actually, I was surprised for this.
which actually, all right. Wensforth leads you downstairs and out of the tower, familiar exit. It is still night in Nicodranas.
Usually, even for high grades, it's not this many parts, but
What time is it?
this one actually has a lot.
Possibly in trouble here. I don't remember.
Your mother said that it had blown over.
Okay, so we're fine.
You gather the time right now in Nicodranas, and I'm ballparking here based on early morning leaving there. It's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of, I'd say, 1 or 2 in the morning.
Oh. Almost the middle of the night, but not quite.
Actually, no. Depending on what time in the morning you guys left, I'd say you left a little later in the morning, so I'd say you're about to hit dawn.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, what do we do now? There's not much we can do except maybe go to your mother's. What are we going to do before the sun is up?
It's still fun
Checking
to
with
build,
Mom,
even
get
with this
the-
many parts.
Start
I
getting
have master grades.
together and
I'm all for that.
It's Wing Fenice from the original Build Fighters series, the very first
Do
one.
we have any gem dust yet?
Gun the Build Fighters. Yeah.
We have gems.
It's a cool,
Crush it?
somewhat Italian beast with a bit of damage to him already.
So you would probably be able to crush
And
it.
that's why I kind of like this.
2,500 gold worth of gems.
You know,
We have 2,500
I feel
gold
like
worth of gems.
the gems are
Though?
better served for other.
I mean, yeah, everything.
Is it? Do you
everything
know
I've
what
got
you
is
can do
actually-
with it?
Yeah.
Really fucking cool. I was saving up my money, but I just...
Where can we go to get like horses and
So-
carts and things?
Oh, well, the horses and carts are over here. I know, he's away.
I don't know, there's plenty of there's places you know where there are liveries
There's
and all
the
kinds of other,
liveries.
you know,
So yeah, there's
places to pick up beasts of burden, to pick up riding horses, to pick up anything in that regard. And you've made the journey to and from Nicodranas and from the Empire many times, so you know the
kind of
faster
bugged out.
routes. And
Yeah. Usually even high grades don't have this many tiny parts, but this one has. Like has I think some of the actually
Yeah, she's awake. She's for sure awake
Um,
right now.
As
not
we're
replacement
walking to
parts,
the
but extra parts that
chateau,
you can maybe use for something else.
keep an eye out for any owls.
okay. Do I make a
So,
perception check for you?
this.
Come on.
So for this.
Nope. You are rolling shit tonight.
5 total.
What the fuck?
I know.
Definitely no owl.
Ow! Oh, pigeon. Ah.
Ooh.
So, where are you going? You heading to Lava Chateau?
Funny thing is, I'm doing this for kind of.
You
I mean,
guys,
I
you guys
want
go
to
ahead and
build
make
this
your way
and
towards the Lava Chateau,
chill for tonight.
the familiar landscape of
Maybe.
the opal archways. At this point, the
Maybe
sun
stream
is
something else
rising.
later on.
You can see kind of
But
to the horizon, the colors change.
recently,
in the
and
sky.
I'm just
There are
saying,
some
like,
white clouds dappled throughout above.
yesterday?
It's kind of nice to see the ocean once more.
Maybe today morning. I
Familiar
don't know.
smell of sea.
Oh, no, yesterday,
brine,
yesterday.
Nearby shore, very
Out of
welcoming to you.
all people
forward
who
as well,
decided to
just
do
having
a stream
gone up in
was
space. The chapter
actually
in front of you is
PewDiePie.
closed at this hour. They do not
I know,
usually
I know.
take people in without, but you know,
but like
tricks
he
to
actually streamed
opening the door
as he
without a key.
played.
as you let your way in,
Not
you
played. Jesus.
immediately hear
Didn't listen to this.
blood,
Um,
like
is
down the steps, hearing the
he
front door
assembled
open.
his
Looks like he has a hand crossbow. at the
Hexia
ready.
Avalanche
This large
that
entire form kind of pokes down.
he painted as well on the runners.
Unexpected
So I'm expecting a lot of new people to get into this, more or less,
Depending on where you're coming from.
valid point.
or maybe just scour around and find me for some stupid reason.
That's okay. Can we just like?
But
do some
yeah, the
chill?
Sure, give me
he is actually not new to that. He's been
Main
building
bar
Gunpla
area
probably
to
for
the
a few
west side of
years
the
because he
interior
had
main chamber, and
a few
with
Zakus
your
on
little
his
keys,
the
very
background
small in his
of his
large
videos.
hands, you can see it's kind of like
And the fact that he's actually doing that is kind of awesome for the hobby.
To the bar.
New people might actually get into this.
No.
Swipe a
So
bottle.
it was
take a
kind of
few
cool to
swigs.
watch him a little bit stream, so I did as well.
Make a
To
sleight of hand
check
check.
if he's...
You know, you don't have to do
I mean,
that.
check how he's building, how he's doing that. It was fun.
20 on a joke.
Rapid speed. That is impressive to anybody who would have mentioned you. Which at a natural 20 plus, what's your
25 total.
25? None of you notice. Not even you could do.
Cocktails.
Top shelf shit.
Oh, somebody painted that for him? Damn.
Blue gets up the battle.
I mean, he said he got it painted on the runners, which is kind of savage. He would usually like assemble or get pieces off and then paint them one by one.
One leads you guys up the opposite end of the top stairway.
I mean, I watched a little bit of his stream. He seemed competent enough.
You've already stayed in
Like,
the
I'm no master builder, but he did it quite fine.
We've done it before, it's okay.
And yeah, first stream here. Thanks. I might even continue this. Yeah, perfectly Zap custom painted. Yeah. Yeah, but this is yeah. Could be.
All right, so what are we doing?
We're arranging
And
some horses.
when we can get them, I
Letting
think, he
Harley know that we're gonna be heading.
has now
out at some point
black
in the
and
future.
red.
Literally having a stop for pleasure here.
As I said,
Just to consider mother.
avalanche checks here.
Do we feel like we need to talk to Lisa?
Yeah,
Or
not really from Wing.
Wouldn't say
This
no to
is
talking to anybody at this
Build
point. I don't
Fenice
feel like we know enough of anything.
from original Build
Should I try
Fighters.
scrying on someone else?
Yeah, Fenice one.
Good, great.
And that's why kind of his arms are gonna be
Right,
different
okay.
because
See what he
Sure,
says.
I like that.
J5. Where is that?
Sure,
get
yeah.
some confirmation.
Okay,
Oh boy, this is gonna be tricky.
just sit down in the middle of the room and
Don't
put
cut off the wrong part.
working on this
Wrong
important
bit of
spell.
the part.
I'm gonna draw on the ground. I'm gonna make some arcane runish looking things like Caleb draws.
Loose.
It's like a fork.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. In a weird way, from a distance, it looks like an actual arcane sigil. The closer you get, you can see where glyphs and runes would normally be. It looks almost like a continuous series of
Yep.
paintings of people folded in nude ways. And
I guess
it's almost
this
like
was you.
the Mad Magazine kind of,
So-
the long little
Yeah, you have your
version comics.
normal
Kind of interesting.
X here.
Considering this ground Yasha.
He got it painted red and black, and it looks ridiculous.
What's your spell DC?
17.
17. Okay. As you sit and focus, you feel kind of the wind blow in from your window. The smell of the sea air calms you, and the traveler once more leans in across the other shoulder this time and goes, "I think we found
music
someone
in.
this time."
Finally.
And as you close your eyes, you feel your vision pulled forward through clouds and sky
So thanks guys for watching.
to a flash of what looks to be
If you can hear me well,
Metropolitan
say if
area.
there's something
just
other
an instance you see
mixing in.
buildings, you see
Tell me
streets.
so I can invest.
There's another flash.
Did they recognize the city? Did it look familiar?
Make a perception check.
Oh, I didn't do it. 19.
19. And a quick glance that you see there. The perimeter of it, the periphery,
Nice.
though it is just a quick flash,
Thanks.
there's something triangular to its shape.
Okay.
Now, you're pulled through into a low-lit hall of light marble pillars. Rows and rows of books and scrolls. Splashes of blood. Cold bodies swathed in gray and blue, sprawled across the stone floor. The Asha walks, step, step, magician's judge at her side, crimson spray across the front of her face and shoulders, Make another perception check.
I'm gonna just hold my hands really tight for guidance. Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that?
Not in the middle. That's
Okay, I do that. 9.
9. Okay. You follow
Yeah,
her stepping forward
we are young.
down the staircase.
Thanks.
A person rushes by, and her arms, and the person crumbles out of view. Walking up to a door that is broken.
My most watched stream.
Russia stops, and there, at the cusp of the blurred vision of this censor of the scry, you see a man of dark hair, smooth complexion.
Yeah.
wearing the similar gray-blue robes.
I'm
as
gonna
the
assemble it,
around.
some bits and pieces of
A
it,
familiar voice comes through. It says,
like
as he's
the
looking
shoulders,
through
the arms,
a book
something
amongst
that
a
can be
pile of books
easily
on the
like
ground.
disassembled and taken off,
Vince fails to pull his weight.
so I can
The
paint it
angel will
off.
see my deeds
and-
superior.
Well,
You recognize
get bashed
the voice
later.
as Oban's. Pulling back a bit, you can see Yasha's wings are unfurled, black, dark.
No,
Strands
you
of
can easily take them
anguish
apart, or at least
folded.
bits and pieces of it. So you can
You hear a distant
take
scream
out
that
the
is
backpack
silenced, followed
and
by a faint
disassemble
discordant echo
the
of
arm,
laughter,
or like
and
its shoulder,
voices laughing together,
or the joints,
blending and bending.
and
The reading human's eyes go wide.
that way you can combine
He
different
smiles.
bits and pieces into something even wilder.
Jurael's remains were bisected, the heart buried within the lotus den, and the skull entrusted to the elves within the Velethil.
So this is kind of weird.
It seems we have some questions to ask, my dear orphan maker.
Okay.
Come, hand! And you feel the presence in the footsteps.
I've got a full box
Hand pushing
in the back.
behind Yasha.
That is basically just 7 or 8 Gunpla that are all disassembled into just simple sets. So I can just
Oban
assemble
reaches
them
out
later.
and grabs the blade.
I have a kit right here.
He extends the
This
other
one
hand towards
assembled
Yasha.
recently. It is
Yasha,
even
you
more
can
fun
see the
because you can
bloodstains
actually
across his
disassemble
face.
all of these blue parts
Tears
and
down.
have a
The
smaller
tears
handle on it.
That run down.
So a lot of the new ones are really easily
Reach out and grab
moldable
his other hand.
and modular. Yeah, I'm watching D&D. I'm watching the Critical Role, their second season. This is episode 77. Yeah, and trying to catch up. We're already on 100 episodes.
What was all that? Juriel's heart bisected?
Juriel's
D,
remains were
it's D.
bisected. The heart
Yeah, I know how
within
that
the
sounded.
lotus den,
This is.
and the skull entrusted to the elves within the Velethil. Velethil.
And you said library with calls.
Is that the Cobalt Reserve?
Is it
Also, don't mind if seems like I'm not responding instantly. I think currently on YouTube I have
The archiving? Is it
maybe a 10 to 20 seconds
and what about the
of
you didn't get a
delay.
photo of the city. You're not sure
But I
what the
recognized
interior
a
was.
triangle.
So
Yes,
just
you
keep that in
recognize
mind.
the triangle
Like
shape of a city.
in the city or the
Triangle,
city.
the city was
The
shaped?
city itself kind of had a triangular shape to its outside, like wall perimeter.
Zazadash?
Zadash is pretty triangular.
Oh my gosh. They're in Zadash right now.
That sounds a lot like
They
the
were in
Cobalt.
Zadash. They just left. They killed so many people.
What were they looking for?
If they were at the soul they were looking for information, we have restricted books that hide secrets and information that should be kept from people just like Oban.
They got it.
Who's Juriel?
It feels like we've heard of that.
History-wise.
Make a history check, both of anybody who's trained in history, as proficient in history, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, it does.
17.
I'm going to bless. I'm going to use a.
20
You can add a D4 if I
plus.
I was going to use a guidance.
Oh, guidance to.
Yeah.
I haven't played D&D. Wow, for a year. Damn.
But normally you have to do that before the roll.
I don't know. I would probably go mad without D&D for a year.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I compensate for that. I play a lot of D&D online,
This is something beyond the knowledge.
whether through Roll20 or on Discord on a bunch of servers,
Researched deeper.
or just like kind of home games that are run through Discord. Like we join up on voice chat and end
I'd
up
say make another history check for
playing.
that particular one.
Can I do that too?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I like to just play D&D to calm my mind, to enjoy something, escape, stuff like that.
Well, no.
No, one time he was helping.
It was her.
17 again.
And sometimes I just like to watch people play D&D.
It doesn't quite ring a bell.
There are
Religion check makes
a
sense.
hell of a ton of streams and YouTube series.
I'll religion check for you.
Thank you.
Like
For
there are a bunch. You can pretty much find whatever you want, like a full girl team, a full guy team, hardcore joking around, or like I don't know, cyberpunk versions or whatever. If you like to watch, and these are good things as podcasts in the background, because you can do whatever you want.
I have a good excuse. to
You can
take
do
a
your
break
work
before we
if
leave.
it doesn't require you to talk or
Gosh, I was crying.
pay much attention, and just listen to some D&D podcasts. So usually when I build, I like to listen to them, just because it's some noise in the background. Like I can play music and stuff like that,
Dead
but
bodies all over the place.
this way I can listen to some stories, because it's the stories that we're here for, even when I build Gunpla.
Well, we do not know where she has gone. There is nothing we can do about it right now.
Yeah, this is not one of the fully official molds, so it's not that it's struggling. I just need to
Quickly.
modify it on the fly. Mostly, like, so I don't get giant seam lines, and so it can fit
is where we'll pick up
properly.
for our next session.
Oh, this is the end of the episode.
Super frustrating episode.
Let me just skip to the next one.
We had a really like defined
Scroll,
goal
scroll,
for multiple
scroll.
chapters here, and now we're just figuring out where to go now.
Welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons.
Usually their molds are perfect, so that you don't need to. Well, most of them. So
Sam
you
is the way he is.
don't need to do. Oh my God, Sam Regal! Jesus fuck, man, why?
D&D Beyond. Sam,
Oh no, we need to listen to it.
Thank you.
Do not use my common name. Among my coven, I am known as the Web Weaver.
Oh my
Hail
God.
Zerial! And also hail D&D Beyond for sponsoring this hellish episode of Critical Role. Our world is a bit of corruption and false idols. Right now, we take the left-hand path, walking sky-clad amid a cesspool of depravity. And also right now, D&D Beyond is promoting their collaboration with... D&D Beyond is promoting their collaboration with Beetle and Grim.
This is the only one that he failed. Jesus, everything else he was just so
Including me. With their exclusive Platinum Edition box set of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Oh my goth. I would legit love this demonic box set, but my emotional soul is a desolate landscape of pain. Only the nine hells could warm this cold, dead heart. That being said, the box does include full-scale battle maps, items for in-game use, like jewelry and handouts, exclusive encounter cards, and something that even the infernal fuck. Even the infernal god Ball would covet. A D&D Beyond download code. The wheel turns! The rapture may cleanse humanity at any moment!
Oh my God, no, Jesus,
Takes a
dude.
week or two, then go ahead and use code GBeyondHell at D&D beyond.link/bgavernus to get 10% off your order.
This is one of the reasons I like to watch these guys.
Praise Beelzebub, praise Mephistopheles, and praise D&D Beyond.
Oh my god.
I've never met or talked to a goth person. I don't know how they act or anything. But he's normal. He's normal. I don't know like how a real goth person.
Wow.
Oh wow.
After this, I feel normal. Let me tell you, this was a dark mirror to stare into. This was a heavy mirror to stare into, and I've got to reevaluate some things now.
I mean, I've never seen you in your goth persona.
That's true.
So I don't know what you're like.
I've definitely seen whoever this is at a couple clubs that I then immediately left.
Why does that sounds like you're like surfer dude?
I know. I really only do two voices, Laura. I'm not like you guys are all really talented voice actors, and I just do me and slightly younger me.
Thank you, Sam.
Sure.
And thank you, D&D Beyond.
Yeah, let me answer the chat.
Really sorry. Sponsor tonight. Our friends.
Yeah, as I said, the mold is not that
You've seen them in the
great.
official D&D cards previous years. They're now releasing. If you haven't
Yeah,
seen,
and
up
it's
to this
high
point,
grade.
their new animated spell collection, which is pretty badass. If you guys haven't seen it yet,
Oh
they
yeah,
have a bunch
deck of
cards
many
with
animated
references
spells
up
are
to
beautiful.
Level 4, I think, of various spells.
Come
in the
on,
game.
show a
They
few.
have all the information, and they're lent to
Oh yeah, these cards are awesome.
Move, they're animated.
Let me see one.
Got banished.
I would so love a set of those.
With these cards and my kids today, my kids flipped out over
Yeah,
this thing.
it's
They love
freaking cool.
Yeah.
Gosh, these are
So yeah, so you got this is now available, which is awesome. Which are the spell cards.
Anyway, back
And
to
for those who ever want to
yeah, this
really
isn't
great
yeah.
DMs
That's
and
why I need to
ruin their
go
world,
fix a
there's
bit of
deck
this.
many
I have a
things
bunch
that
of
actually has all the different
Band-Aids
things
and
cards that are also
I'm gonna assemble those as well.
includes, yeah, there's the classic void
I'm
card
leaving
that
those
gave
for
us our
last
bunch.
because they are less of a hassle. They're just, I mean, this one is one of those and it's assembled absolutely perfectly without no issues. It's like you assemble these, a bit difficult ones, and then you go back to proper ones and it's like, oh my god, this is so fun and easy.
These tournament cards have all relevant spell information you need for the player on each of these. 8
to
frames of
weak them
animation
all
each
a
of the
little bit.
cards. They have the reference decks like this I pointed out, which you can find at their store, thedeckofmany.com/critical role.
And yeah, listening to Persona 5 Royal playthrough.
$5 off your order. So
Well, yeah, that's awesome. I really want to get Persona 5 Royal just to go through it. Even though I watched the anime, even though I know the story and stuff, I just want to go through it.
it would be.
Especially with the
Awesome. We have some other announcements to get through.
full
In case you guys
version
missed
with
it,
Royal,
this episode
basically.
Between the Sheets recently aired, hosted by our fantastic Brian W. Foster, featuring our friend for a long time and one of the people responsible for this whole show and channel, Felicia Day. It's now available on our YouTube channel if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, so you can go and check it out there. Also, a huge thanks to all the critters that came out to Heroes Comic Con Sweden. I was there this past weekend in Stockholm, and it was amazing. I got to meet so many incredible. You, Kayla? You having a rough time?
These episodes were way before the current events,
Okay.
and
I'm getting all the ones
people
out.
actually traveled.
Actually, I was like, bad experience in Sweden. I couldn't.
No, sorry, I'm testing.
It has nothing to do with
Gotcha.
anybody besides herself.
There you go.
Yeah, sanding. I literally need to expand the connection holes a little bit with sanding. I need to sand off the edges a little bit more than the usual kits, so it is a lot of work.
An enormous programming schedule update coming next Wednesday.
That's why I sometimes it takes me a lot longer to assemble these guys than the usual ones. But I don't mind. I get them for a decent price and I can kit bash them later, which is their main purpose at the point. Later on when, I mean, when I get proper master grades and stuff like that, I'm gonna get properly. And when I assemble those, like I said, there are a few in the back, but I just need to get around to them.
However, that doesn't mean we're not going to do something.
I will stream
silly.
those as well.
A one-of-a-kind one-shot will be in place that Thursday, GM'd by our very own Sam Riegel.
I'm the web weaver.
So fear not, there will be shenanigans here, and then I believe that should be probably the last upheaval to the Mighty Nine story schedule for a while. I know the past month has been a little shaky. Sorry about that, but we're back in after that. But this one shot should be really interesting. So check out our programming announcement next Wednesday for the additional information on that as well. Laura, there's a quick announcement you have as well.
Yes, I do have an announcement.
Oh boy, the Master Grade Duel. Yes, yes. I really wish to build that. It's one of my favorite kits, and I mean kits, one of my favorite Gundams. And I really want to build it.
And a pre-order. Yeah. So.
But I'll get it. I'll get to it, and I'll definitely stream it because that's gonna be a hell of a kit.
I'm gonna find out.
Okay.
It's gigantic. I still have to build the high grade duel, the second one that I have, and I've been planning of combining that with the blue duel and maybe a few other things. There's a crazy idea to use the core Gundam and build something really insane that I want.
Awesome, I believe that's the last of our announcements. So,
can we like fork Sam's tongue before the game starts?
I don't know how to show it. Yeah, but
you got the length of our intro
I'll
to do,
definitely like it. I know. Okay, what's next? Oh, it's this tiny
let's
thing.
go ahead and jump into tonight's episode.
I need the D again.
Quick
Is it? Yes. Huh. Okay, yeah, let's skip the intro. Just do it manually.
So, last we left off, get a little bit of music going there. Last we left. Oh,
I do wonder how much I'm gonna get.
I already know.
What is it?
Like demonetized, copyright claimed, and all other things for streaming this on YouTube. Because these guys are on YouTube that kind of highly rated. So we'll see what happens to my channel after this stream. I might need to turn to music instead of this.
After making friends with the Bright Queen, after finding their way across the entirety of Jorahas, seeking what looks to be some sort of strange demon entity named Oban, losing an ally to some sort of magic, and seeking the information about
I already do not have any monetization ever. I'm getting copyright claimed every time I upload. Well, every other time I upload a Final Fantasy video. Final Fantasy VII Remake, to be precise.
That night, spending the evening within some rooms provided by Marion Lavore within the.
Thanks, One Weekend Gundam. Well, I'm gonna say enjoy your shift, but good luck on your shift.
And discover that there was some sort of attack in the midst of happening.
Yeah, every other time I upload the Final Fantasy Remake
gathering your thoughts
stream, it gets copyright claimed for one thing, mostly. And that's the damn battle music, which of course is gonna be altered into the game. So like, god damn it, never mind, claim it, I don't care, take the money. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like $0.0001 at this point. I'm getting some views. The channel is getting some views. I just need more subscribers.
I'm going to go downstairs and just eat all of the pastries.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
we haven't had them in a long time, and these ones have cinnamon.
Take your, magic bag with you so you can load up.
Okay.
Sorry.
B is the other green.
We spent the night there?
Yep.
You did, yes.
Okay.
You were given rooms.
Am I?
You described the next morning.
You're with.
I'm with my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Did I scry in the morning?
I'm trying to remember.
We went to bed.
It's been 2 weeks.
I'll look at my.
Your character sheet would have
Yeah,
the
my
spell
character-
spent if it was.
Yeah,
Yeah. In another room, you have been reintroduced to Yeza, your husband, as well as Luke. Old Edith is also still there, kind of slowly tripping around there. Her sight's a bit rusty, but she's happy to have at least been, taken out of what seemed to be a danger zone of Felderwin at the time, and brought Luke here, and is happy just sitting back and eating some different type of food for breakfast than what she's used to. The usual oatmeal and biscuits that has continuously met her in the morning for most of her life. what would the rest of you like to do, if anything?
Did I already use both of my 5th levels? I scryed twice this
I think
morning?
you did. One
Okay.
failed and one succeeded, so.
Got it. Okay.
I will go down into the common room to eat as well and wait for everyone to gather because we need to decide. Good morning.
Morning, Caleb.
We need to decide what we are going to do after, we spent a little bit of time. You spent any time with your mother?
No, she wasn't awake when I came downstairs yet.
Probably should not stay too long.
We shouldn't linger now. I know. We can go to Zadash though and see my dad, which will be cool.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to... Are you going to discuss that with your mother? Or is that just for you?
I don't know yet. What if, I talk to him and he's like, oh yeah, I totally left her, I didn't. And I don't want her to know that. So maybe I shouldn't tell her I'm going to see him.
I think there's an argument for that, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, honestly, if she's like, oh no, Chester, I don't want you to go see him, that sucks because I want to see him and I don't want to have to follow that or something. What do you think?
Just summary go.
Well, I think that's your call to make. It's a very personal choice. I wonder if there is some way to, definitively settle it with him.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like kill it? Like kill him? No.
Oh, good morning, Mom.
Hi, sorry. Beth, it's Beth.
Oh, right. Good morning, Beth. Like, definitively.
Well, your mother thinks it's him. You could draw her a picture of him.
Oh, what I was thinking could be really fun. Don't tell anyone. I was thinking when we get to Zadash, when we get to where he lives,
Be 15 actually.
make myself look like my mom.
Would be something.
Yeah. And then I could be like, oh my gosh, Belden, I missed you so much.
From maybe like 5 to 10 feet back, yeah?
Well, here's the thing. I just feel like, every time that I talk to him, he's a little bit like, I don't know. Because, he never met me in person or anything, so he doesn't know for sure that it's me or that I exist. So he might think, no. But if he sees my mama, he will definitely know.
Yeah, there will be no mistaking his reaction.
Exactly.
Just you want to be careful the reaction you're going to get. But there's no way to know unless you know.
If he's like, Marianne, I really missed you, and he comes in like he's going to do something, I'll just snap myself back and then he'll know it's me and then he won't do anything and it won't be weird.
Who all know it's you? Good morning.
Good morning, Bo.
Hi.
Have some pastries at cinnamon.
Oh, yeah.
I think it could be weird still, but family.
It'll be fine.
I'll be fine. Morning.
We're going to see my but keep it down because I don't want my mom to find out. We're going to go see my dad.
Is your mom listening right now?
She could be.
Oh.
Yeah, it is thin walls.
Does she do that?
No.
There's no insulation
But
in
I
this
did.
place.
We totally do it.
You do hear the faint creaking of wood upstairs. There is movement, the shuffling about.
Oh.
She's awake!
Maybe that's Ford.
Morning.
Nah.
Nope. This wasn't Ford.
Damn. Did you used to eavesdrop on people?
All
Yeah.
the time.
How did you do that?
What do you mean?
I mean, did you go to doorways and put
I
your
will
ears?
show you. There's all these little spots. You see that little crevice out there? You can sort of see it through the
What's
two
that?
slats. Yeah.
Where does that go?
Well, that's just on the other side of it is another hotel room. But if you're in there, you can hear everything that's happening in this room. Oh. Hold on. I get up and run up there.
Okay.
Is anybody in there?
And the
In the little crevice I used to hide in.
crawl space, there's nobody in there at the moment now.
It's all clear! And I come back down.
Wait, Jester, stay up there.
Okay. I run back up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah!
Can you hear me now?
What about
now?
this if we talk
Can you hear
about it
this?
quietly?
I can hear everything they're just saying because sleepers are the best.
What about this?
I can tell you're whispering.
You're waking up before 6?
Why are you all yelling
Wow.
so much?
Good luck
We're
with
just
that.
doing a
Damn.
little sound check.
But yeah, thanks for sticking around and watching.
Doing the sound check.
I'll try to do this a bit earlier next time.
Marion coming down the stairs.
We finished a little bit of a Trine stream before this on Twitch, but we might be switching over to here. What's the job that makes you wake up at 6 a.m.? That's before 6 a.m. That's torture.
Expecting, you know,
But yeah, good luck with your job.
happy to have you. How long will you be staying?
Not very long, unfortunately. In and out.
Understood.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything I can do before you leave, let me know. Do you know how long you'll be gone, or will you be coming back anytime soon?
Don't know anything.
Okay, well just
But we'll pass through again because we have TravelerCon coming up. So,
right.
do you want to come to it? You probably don't, but it would be really fun if you did.
Yeah, tell me more about it at some point.
I'll send you some
this
messages.
afternoon. Yeah, please. I'm curious to hear about it.
She's very excited. It seems to be like quite a crowd will be gathering for this.
Potentially.
A volcano, yes? I mean, that's got to be advertised clearly on the pamphlets.
A volcano?
Yes, but don't worry, not in the dangerous part of it, just the cool part.
Very well.
Yeah.
All right. I am. You have some plans. Well, regardless, but before you leave, just let me know so I can say goodbye. I'm going to go, and she kind of walks over to the kitchen. You can see there's already a plate set aside for her, kind of part of the morning routine. She takes it and heads back up the stairs with it.
Is she okay? Does she seem okay? Am I getting vibes like she's upset or distressed about, or a little stressed out?
You can make an insight check if you want.
Okay.
Get her first roll.
22.
22. She seems, at the very least, sad that it's such a short meeting. You know, it doesn't seem like she's upset by anything more than just the fact that it's, you know, a hello and goodbye. But that's all.
Okay.
I see you're all in rather good spirits this morning. Certainly, the tale that Jester told last night is quite dire. Have we discussed it all, how we plan to follow up on what she saw?
I think we should not tarry here too long. I don't know if we are going to make that just part of the day, or if we feel like we can wait another night. I hate to leave your mother so fast, although I worry about your people.
Yeah, I should probably check in on the soul.
Do I know anybody there that we could send a message to?
Xenoth, maybe. Archivist Xenoth.
I met them
We met them
in Zadash.
in Zadash early on. He was kind of following me.
What the fuck is going on?
We put crushed ice in there.
No, are you putting sand and gravel in your drinks now?
Fucking wig hair all stuck to your damn.
A2. Where is?
Damn mess.
Oh,
I thought
yeah,
crushed
that's.
ice would be a good idea. It sounds like it's a bunch of rocks in here.
I didn't know you were such a fan of grape nuts.
It's a Menagerie Coast delicacy.
Allison, I just lost one of your rings. I think it fell in the flask.
The first time, that's okay.
Oh, God.
Well,
Off to a great start.
it only takes in that which makes it stronger.
There's a pirate ring in the flask.
He'll find it later. After he chips his front teeth.
Yarg.
Oh, God.
All right.
Not just Bo's compatriots, but also this is our first lock on where Yasha has been, period, since we saw her and that thing. I mean,
I don't know why I thought she would be sticking more to like unpopulated areas.
It seems like whatever they were looking for,
They found it.
they found.
Well, this could be a good thing.
How?
it is an
Well-
incredible journey from where they were to Zadash, yes?
He was like
we
teleporting.
We did it, yeah, with the
Yes,
teleportation.
That's right. You said that you saw them disappear at the end of your vision, right? So they could travel
Anywhere.
anywhere.
Is there any way to trace a teleportation after it's been triggered?
That's an excellent question.
Okay, if anyone could do it, it would be Caleb. Have I ever heard of such a thing?
I mean, not beyond just scrying again on the individuals who teleported. There's nothing to trace directly.
There's no receipt that prints out. It's like, thank you.
Not really, unfortunately.
Email it to you. They were looking for something. If we find out what they were looking for or what they took, then that might be a clue into how to stop what they're doing.
And
First moment we've had for that.
We won't get there too quickly either. We have to make our way.
No, it's gonna take some time.
Let's go get some horses.
Do they? So it's a place of knowledge, yes. Record keeping, histories, things like that.
Yeah.
How many of those are there in Wildmount?
There's, I believe, just one here in Wildmount.
Nope.
2 here.
Roll some
in
fucking
Wildmount.
dice.
Yeah. No, there's a library, or there's an archive in Rexentrim, and there's one in Zadash.
Okay. Right in the capital.
Right.
And in Zadash.
And there's one in Port Damali.
These are
And
cobalt
Portmore.
places we're
Yeah,
talking about. Oh, that's
cobalt.
close. We're close to one.
It's about equidistant.
Oh.
Hey.
This is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And
Do you think
then,
they hit the other ones before they hit this one?
I mean,
Should we check in with Port Damali and see if they have been hit, and maybe that's where they're going next if they haven't?
I don't know if I know anyone in Port
feels like,
Damali.
though, it feels like they found what they were looking for.
It does.
You know? Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know how many libraries they hit in
Or
between.
they may have a teleportation circle to the other library, and if we say that we have information on what happened, maybe.
That's true.
Pretty
They
sure
may
all
be able to
libraries have
send us.
teleportation circles.
Hey,
wait a second.
yeah,
It's like a fax machine.
For the most part, there is one in each facility that is used to kind of, anchor to each one and kind of transition between, but it's not an open passageway. It's something that's utilized only for necessary travel of those that are generally pretty higher up or on specific missions for the archive.
I'm an expositor now. So that means I've got access that I didn't have before.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we trying to send some sort of a message to the Port Damali Cobalt Soul?
I think if we just get to Zadash, they'll already know if we can get word from them if the other reserves have been hit.
Is there any sense to sending a message to the one in Port Damali and saying, if you haven't suffered an attack, to at least increase your security?
That would be smart.
If they don't know of the attack in Zadash?
Do I know of any expositors or archivists in Port Damali Cobalt?
No, unfortunately, most of your study was specifically within the Empire.
We know Twiggy.
She was in Port Damali. We both would know people in Port Damali.
We could.
Yeah, you would have probably passed through some folks that saw your mother, but they were customers. You have some people that you knew back then, but the people that were close to you, you have no idea where they are.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, our best bet would be reaching out to someone like Twiggy and having her deliver the message.
Do you think a message from Twiggy would be very trustworthy?
No, I
That's
don't.
a very fair point.
I think the monks at the Soul would look at her like she was either crazy or they'd laugh and say they already knew.
Well, then to Zadash we go.
We need to start somewhere. We can't get there quick as we want, but we will get there, and the trail will probably have gone cold, but you can talk to your folk. Maybe we will see something, if they allow us to look, that they missed, perhaps.
Yeah.
Then we talk to your father and see if he has heard of any rumblings of the beacon.
Right? Didn't he have some... I don't know what's going on with all these locations on that map and stuff. There's wasn't there somewhere up north that was creepy? That's people were at, that were
A little more specific.
I know.
Probably.
That's called Wildmount.
When Ford and Yasha and I were missing, you guys went somewhere that...
Oh, yes.
and then there's something having to do with it.
For the criminal town.
Shady Run.
Did you get it?
No.
No, you didn't.
No.
You didn't.
Yeah, near Shady Creek Run there was something. I don't remember. Oh, no, that was the family, the rival family.
the Jagantoffs.
The Jagoffs, yeah.
The Jagoffs. Yes, well, they're working with the slave trade and Rini.
That's all very nebulous. That's not a lead. That's not a lead to
But
go on.
unless we wanted to check in on them, because like if I was gonna smuggle a dodecahedron thing that I might.
Smuggle is a really funny word.
Smuggle is a funny word. Yeah, that's pretty good.
To the dash!
How are we going to get through the border?
That's another good question.
We did it before.
Well, we did it the other way.
No, we did it both ways.
We did do it both ways.
We did?
Oh,
We're all very.
maybe you weren't.
Oh, that's right. We forged a letter.
That's right. Do you still have it?
Maybe? No, he took it.
It'll be on your equipment list on D&D
Yeah,
Beyond.
sure it will. I'm pretty sure they took it.
You may have to forge new
I'm going
documentation.
to forge a new document, but now that we know, I'm going to do a good one here, and like, so we're not going to be traveling as we're doing.
Being an
real
expositor help with that too,
Yeah, it
maybe?
could.
Or-
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'll put back on my vestiges when we get closer there.
Okay. So you gather your things. You're buying horses.
Yeah.
How many horses are you buying?
Fine.
How many rounds of horses have we bought this game?
You know,
You know, there is.
a lot of wild horses you've left out in the open, and 3 more bounders that are wandering.
Oh boy, more bounders are
That's the problem when you
somewhere.
teleport around a bunch. Is when you get there with animals and you teleport back, you kind of abandon them.
Rush a Western, they don't last.
They don't last. We want to do 5 horses, 6 horses?
3 horses and a cart.
Why do we need a cart?
I don't want to ride a horse.
We're not going to just get a cart just for you. We can go so much faster without a cart.
You've ridden more bounders. You don't want to ride a
On
horse?
the back of what? It's uncomfortable.
You can ride on my shoulders while I ride the
All
horse.
right, fine. I'll let this one slide.
5 horses.
Okay.
Okay. 5 horses at 75 gold apiece.
Each of us pay for our own horse.
2
I'm
hands.
riding on the back.
These are riding horses, so they go pretty quickly. Like as far as
Camera
distance goes.
on focus.
Shit.
Maybe.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Shit!
Focus.
I just did something really bad.
You got rid of all your gold?
I got rid of all my gold and I'm clocking how much.
You're
Okay,
erasing
yeah.
Manzi.
My jester's gone. I'm a new character now.
The DM.
Well, I guess we've left the
We were quiet, we all bought.
left the lady your
Lavish
mom's house.
house.
I'm going to go give her a hug goodbye. I'm not just going to ghost.
Okay.
Has your laundry been done and folded?
What's next?
You can see Marion's.
That's kind of weird with the leg. I
by
think.
her,
Yep. Hey,
her little
where's the
dresser where she keeps her jewelry, vanity. That's what I was looking for, the word. And kind of turns towards you with me. Hello, love.
I'm sorry we couldn't stay longer.
It's all right. You and your friends are doing amazing, wild things, and I'm just happy that you're okay. But be careful.
I know. It's really hard.
I can imagine.
There's bad things going on in the world.
There always have been. But it's the good people like you and your friends that make the bad things not everything. Right?
We're trying.
That's all you can hope for, right?
Yeah. These are really good people that I'm with. It's kind of amazing that we found each other.
I've always had a good feeling about them.
I got you a present.
What? You got the present for me?
Yeah, it's nothing major, but I
What
bought
did you get me? What did you get your mama?
Hold on, let me find
Okay.
it. I got you a jar of fresh honey.
Really?
It was from, we went and visited bees. I talked to them. I know, but Caduceus told me how.
It's so hard for me to believe you talking to things.
All you have to do is say hello.
Well, I will try that next time. It's very good.
Yes.
Oh, this is the third part. So first I needed E.
I love you.
I love you too. He comes in and gives you a big hug and holds you a little longer, and then eventually kind of lets go a bit. And goes, oh, before you leave, I got you a present too.
You did.
I know you've been traveling quite a bit, and you've been bouncing in some dangerous places.
Yes.
I'd been saving up for you for some time, just in case you wanted to go to school or wanted to open a shop or whatever you wanted to do, and you found a different life than I expected. But if it can help keep you safe. And she kind of reaches beneath the bed and pulls out a small leather satchel. It's kind of buckled over and has a little strap on it and hands it to you. And she hands it to you. You feel already the coins kind of shake inside. It's not much, but I hope it's helpful.
Thank you, Mama.
Of course.
This will do some really good things, I think.
I think you will do some really good things, I think. That might keep it more comfortable, at least.
Thank you.
Of course. Keep talking, please.
I will. I'll send you so many messages.
I look forward to him every time.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you. I miss you already.
I miss you already. And she walks you off with your friends, and she gives everyone a little wave as you gathering the horses. And says, take care of her.
Yes, of course, as always.
No, but I mean it. Take care of her.
Oh,
Fucking
shit.
eye contact.
Oh, God,
yeah.
Or else. Oh, okay.
Or else.
She's just laughing. You're way too easy to spook, each and every one of you. Need to work on that. If I can get to you, imagine what more impressive and imposing figures can.
You're the most impressive and most imposing in the entire universe.
You're right, I forgot. Thank you, Jester. You're fine. Travel safe, everyone.
Let me give my little one a hug goodbye.
Yeah, Luke comes out there. Okay, Mom. Are you killing more things?
Yeah, I gotta go back to work. But I'll be back in a little while for just another check-in.
Okay. What else did you shoot while you were?
Oh, boy, have we?
Yeah, as it goes like, Luke, it's okay. Your
Last
mother.
thing we shot and
You don't have to answer that.
Well,
I've
I
been
mean,
very busy.
You shot me in the fucking ass.
I did. I shot Beauregard.
Oh, sorry.
It's like that's awesome. Like that's.
Exaggeration.
Do you want to say that I still have a wound?
No.
I'll show you.
She will.
Keep your butthole closed.
Oh, yeah.
That, Luke, go inside. Send him back into the chateau.
We'll be back soon.
Okay, we'll be here.
Okay.
Take care of Nugget.
Don't worry, we will. He's getting very big.
Don't go near the water. It's a murderer.
Don't let him blink away.
Okay. All right. Gives up.
He should get swimming lessons. Could save his life one day.
It's true.
Or he could die learning. I mean,
What?
I feel like I read somewhere that 80% of swimming lessons end in
No.
death.
That is
That
not
is actually
true.
Not
grossly
I don't know what
incorrect.
blogs you're reading.
I feel like that's an
No,
accurate
that's
number.
not the truth. That's not.
All right.
And we ride.
He gives you a big hug and kiss and sends you off.
I'll drop my illusion and turn into Naughty.
Your goth disguise goes away?
Yes. This is my true self.
Only
I
for
think at this
cookies.
point, when we have our Halloween episode, you're just not dressed.
Yeah.
Just to keep a difference to recent designs. All right.
How much did my mom give me?
You go ahead and look inside.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
As we right away, I'm not gonna do it in front of my mom.
Yeah. It's 750 gold pieces. She's been saving up for a while.
Mama.
Wow, that covers the horses and then some.
We
Yeah.
already paid for the horses, so we got the money.
Is there anything else
after.
in Nicodranas you want to do before you leave?
It's nothing for adventurers.
All right.
I'm good.
All
You did
right.
your forging? You forged?
Yes, I forged. I
Okay.
forged.
Perfect. You guys go ahead and begin your journey northward. Say north. Yeah, wow.
Njort.
My brain.
Njortwood.
Sleep apparently helps on occasion.
I'm so tired, man.
I'm fine.
Oh.
Just a little jet lagged. All right, so heading northward towards the Wiyun Gorge and back into the Empire. First off, you said you were going to try and forge some documentation?
Yes, I was trying to do it before we got on the road so
Right.
that it wouldn't be all like. Ugh.
What is the context of the documentation?
Yeah. It's a letter from. Give me a name of the Cobalt.
Archivist Xenoth.
It's Archivist Xenoth.
Giving permission for research for the faction crew for in behalf of the Cobalt Reserve.
Yeah, to
Cobalt
go
Soul.
research the impact of the lunar cycles on the waves.
Yeah, we could say that that we were working with what's his face.
Fucking hell, what's his name?
Yep.
No, Uthadurn was a 10.
Archivist Uthadurn.
Umagorn. Smelt. No.
Why don't we just leave it with the first name you said, and that's enough?
Yeah, but it was gonna. Yeah, I guess the guards won't know
Archivist
this.
Demid.
Yeah, I'll write all that shit out.
Alrighty. On your third draft,
Yeah.
after having to scratch it out a few times, go ahead and make, I'll say with this, make a dexterity check with your proficiency modifier.
And a boop.
Woo!
Get it beforehand. All right.
What is it?
Oh,
A
what?
dexterity or performance check?
Dexterity with your proficiency.
This is for proficiency bonus and your dexterity bonus.
I love how
With the
the
Yeah.
let's say
I
Ford
know,
because
I
Travis
told all the things beforehand, and
he's
that's
so skilled in D&D and he's technically I think the one who's played it the least. He's the newest one to the game. He's basically one of the
Okay.
better
I
players
feel like
on
you've
the
done
table.
a fair enough job.
all right.
At least he
Sorry,
pays
guys.
attention
Holy shit,
constantly.
let's already put this in the jail for the night,
You
and
continue
then
northward.
this is gonna get filled up.
It is a lengthy journey, approximately 13 and a half days to get to Zadash on horseback. But you've made this journey before, and it's familiar territory. Making your way northward, it's going to be about, if I recall, four or so days until you hit the Wiyun Gorge. Is there anything you wish to do during the journey?
I would like to be tinkering a little bit on the
horseback?
back of my horse. Yeah.
Sure.
Or when we stop to rest.
Okay.
I bought a couple of bolas.
Yeah, you're like on my shoulders, aren't
Yeah.
you? So I don't want
Yeah.
you tinkering.
I'm not playing with any explosives. I bought those two bola things. I'm gonna see if I can fashion, because the Tinkertop Bolt Blaster can accommodate, a hefty load. I'm gonna see if I can rig it so that I can take two bolts and connect them with these like bola things with at least the string or whatever, and fashion it in a way where I could shoot it. And it's like a delivery device for a bola, and it's
You
like
got it.
it'll wrap around somebody and trip
Okay.
them.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence check with your
Can
proficiency.
you imagine how much the arrow would be like? Hello.
This is tinkering. Are you proficient with tinkering tools?
I have tinkering tools.
But you're not proficient with them?
How do I tell?
It would be under your proficiencies.
Proficiencies. Where's that?
Bottom left corner.
Bottom left corner. Proficiencies in languages. Oh, tools. Thieves, tools, and alchemists supplies.
All right. So go ahead and roll and add your intelligence modifier.
Better.
Oh, guidance.
Too late.
Is it?
16.
It's a little late on that one, but that's okay. Next time. 16. Okay. You spend some time with it on the first night as you're resting around the fire. The horse has been kind of off to the side, and you're a couple of false shots. The bolts themselves, it's weird to try and wedge them both in there, and it becomes less of a firing of two bolts simultaneously, more than a single bolt that becomes a delivery method. That springs and fires them outward as it releases itself. So it's like a crossbow bolt that doesn't have a tip. Instead, it has both of the bullets tied back, and so when it hits the exit point of the crossbow, it releases it and sends it forward.
Better than my idea.
We'll see if it functions when you try it out, but you seem pretty comfortable with the design.
And I have one or two of those?
You bought 2 sets, right?
Yeah.
So roll a second time.
Guidance.
Guidance.
All right, I'll give you 2 there.
What do I do with guidance?
Add a
Take a
D4.
D4. Give it a half fucking second. So I can...
22 on that one.
22. You feel real confident about that one. The first time was kind of a run through. It may or may not work. We'll find out. The second one, you're pretty sure will be functional.
Okay, great. Thank you.
No worries. Anyone else?
I would say on the journey, at least by the time I get to Zadash, I would have put in the time needed to transcribe the 2 Dunamancy spells into my spell book.
You'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
Over the journey
Over
to the
journey
Wiyun
at
Gorge,
night, an hour or 2 every
Yeah.
night.
You'd be able to do that. Okay. Anyone else?
I'm gonna give Sprinkle lots of love because
Alright.
he's having a hard time. Yeah, he's like,
He's a little spastic.
this is a nice 2 weeks of nothing like crazy where I'm going to give him lots of
Poor
love, lots of
weasel.
treats, and calm him
Poor-
down a little bit if I
Poor
can.
weasel.
Great. Perfect.
Or do you want to work out? Like do some jogging alongside the horses?
Absolutely.
All right, we work out.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're
To
good.
travel.
Okay, Mori.
Eventually get you to the base of the
Yes.
Lagoon Gorge. As you approach the exterior gates, you can see once again there are a heavy amount of righteous brand than what was normally there. You'd say probably 200, 250 or so that are just at and on the actual gate looking about. And what looks to be a modicum of maybe 3 or 4 carts that are in the process of waiting to get through. The gates are partially ajar. They're not opening or closing. It looks like a lot of folks are coming back through now. And you can see some traders are making their way past as they kind of watch you as you continue forward.
I would have changed into my vestiges like
You got
that
it.
morning and all that
Cool.
stuff and
So you have
gotten all my cobalt soul
Raiments
shit
and
out.
everything. You got it. Okay.
Can I use my mask of many set faces to make myself look like a cobalt assistant? Then
Yeah.
I will be an assistant to Bo.
Easy enough to do. You've seen their attire well enough. Anybody else?
We should just make us all look like Cobalt people. I'm going to do it too. I'm going to make myself look like a Cobalt
Oh man,
person.
well, that's exciting. Sure.
I cast seeming and make us look like the most boring, simplistic, nondescript
Gettable.
Research monks.
research monkeys.
I'm
Okay.
still swole.
Yes, one big guy,
Okay.
but boring, boring looking, a little bit of a cowlick in the back.
Perfect. All right.
Push-ups. Come on.
You guys slowly approach and you get in line. And you can, every like 15 or so minutes or so, it shifts forward a bit. One of the carts makes their way in. One cart gets turned around and has to come back. And there's like some yelling and some cursing. And you see them kind of go back. And the older woman who's at the front of it is frustrated and kind of, I don't know where that came from.
I don't know who it is.
Okay, this time it wasn't Facebook messages for me. For me, it's usually for me.
Oh, no.
Hey Siri.
You dare.
Hey Siri, go fuck yourself.
iPad. Never mind.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Don't ever talk like that. You've seen Black Mirror.
Oh God! She listened.
Such didn't know how to respond to that.
I'm just saying, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She didn't know this.
I say please and thank you to Alexa all the time, just in case. It's true. Yeah.
Thanks, Alexa.
Are you sure about that, Travis?
About an hour or so of waiting until eventually you're second to next in line here, and you can see one of the righteous brand soldiers comes up with their armored attire. What looks to be a stack of papers and some charcoal and a quill. And as they walk up, kind of glance over and approach.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So, what is your business? What are you coming into the Empire for?
Just a few members of the Cobalt Soul from Zadash doing a research mission. Returning back to report our findings.
So it's giving a discerning look over each of you. And you say you are here returning or
Returning.
traveling towards too? And this is for a Mr. Xenoth?
Yep, Archivist Xenoth. One of the heads of the Cobalt Soul, located there in Zadash.
Oh.
You're not lying. So make a persuasion check.
Yeah, I should have lied.
I should.
Oh, guidance.
Thank you. Persuasion.
Is there spamming guidance?
12. Nope. 11.
Vita D4? Jesus. Why?
I regret to inform you that at this time we are being extremely careful with those that make their way in and out of the southern of Western Wynandi and or the Tuscan Vale. I apologize that we cannot let you through. If you would like to, you could return to Port Damali and perhaps require a second means of referral, but at this time I cannot approve your transition. My apologies. And he hands you the paper back and turns around.
Wow.
Two dozen guards.
About, yeah.
That's
gonna
fine.
be-
That's fine. Someone want to do a friends? Someone want to try something here?
that's a good idea.
Nope.
Do one more attempt at this.
This is a good. I'm gonna cast.
The two soldiers begin to approach to kind of like start maneuvering the horses to turn off and turn around. What are you doing?
I'm
No,
gonna cast
no, no.
charm person
Charm person on.
at 4th level, so I can charm any of the guards that are within reach. I can charm 4 people.
Charm.
Yeah, at 4th level, you would be able to charm 4. All
Oh,
right,
boy.
let's go ahead and roll some wisdom saves. So your spell DC is
17.
17.
Come on, come on, come on.
All right. So the guy you were talking to, one of the two soldiers that was pushing the horses aside to turn them around, and one who was by the gate, all kind of turn towards you and go. And the main guard goes, I apologize. I'm just not been eating very well. I don't mean to be as crabby. I did not recognize you. I sincerely no worries. We'll pass them through. Pass them through.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
The one other guard who's kind of like, wait, what are we?
This is very prominent.
Sir, why would you? And he kind of approaches to talk to me. He's like, no, we don't want to mess with official business. They know what they're doing.
Good idea.
It's like,
Waves, moons.
Run, run, run.
they create a space. They wait. The horses maneuver back towards the pathway, and you guys eventually are guided back through the gate onto the opposite side. You come through the other side, and from there you can see there's another 80 or so righteous brand that are kind of waiting carefully, keeping eyes on the high mountain sides as well, in case anyone tries to bypass the gates.
So an entire fucking battalion. Oh
Let's ride on very quickly away from her.
Thank you.
Smart,
Archivist.
learning,
Yes.
learning.
As they begin to vanish in the distance from the shouting, you glance back and you can see some of them going.
Drop seaming and get into hiding and drop seaming.
Don't drop see me. Just keep going. Keep going.
We didn't do anything wrong.
No, so you continue rushing onward.
Diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity.
All right. It's another 2.5 days to Trostenwald, where a lot of this began. Is there anything you wish to do along this journey or upon arrival?
Yeah, I will take the next couple of days to try to get everyone in the group to know the names of the Cerberus Assembly. In fact, I take the time to write down their names and their position and a little bit about each of them, and I pass those out to the group, which I'm going to do now.
Ooh,
And the down.
that's he prepared.
Things that I never wouldn't have spelled that. Nope, that would have been wrong. Yep, not a chance.
Oh, you sprayed a little perfume on it. That's so nice.
That's cloves, actually.
Should I try to scurry on Yasha one more time and see where they are right now?
Yes.
If I can?
Absolutely. Are we stopping for the night, madam?
Yeah, on our first night. Stopping
first night
and
heading
I'll
northward?
try
Okay.
scry.
So you guys head off. You begin to set up your ritual in the middle of kind of the grassy field here, and after being in Zadash so long, and in the snowy regions of the Flotcat Alps, it's been nice to kind of head northward through the Menagerie Coast along the grassy fields and the jungles that met you to the Wuyun Gorge, and now back into the familiar, lush fields and plains of southern area of Wynandir. You prepare your ritual, focusing your eyes once more down upon the sigil you've drawn out across the dirt, focusing for a moment, and you feel the presence of the traveler there backing you up, kind of channeling the vision through him into you. Your vision begins to shift as you hear the traveler's voice say, I think we have her. Your vision pulls back into the clouds, dark at night. You can see the stars for a second before there's a thrust of movement. You feel yourself get momentarily almost jostled from the movement before you are brought into what looks to be a meeting of mountain and hills. You can see Yasha And just beyond the periphery, another figure, herself cloaked and hooded. The secondary figure cloaked and hooded, and a large looming cloaked and hooded figure moving forward. They're right at the base of these rocky mountains, among what looks like grassless rolling hills. The soil nearby strangely dotted with multicolored minerals and odd scrub brush.
Does it sound familiar? Does it look familiar with any location that I've been to or seen?
Nothing you've been to or seen. As in watching, they kind of stop for a second. Yasha pulls her head back and kind of looks off in the distance. Make a perception check for me.
God damn, I told you. 7.
7, okay. Puts the hood back up, and they continue walking forward. A few moments later, you hear a and they all kind of move out of the way, and you can see a little bit of spray coming. And kind of changing your perspective, there looks to be a heavy plume of steam rising nearby, and a geyser of hot water that suddenly sprays from a pool-like vent not far from them across the ground. They kind of move around slightly. This kind of area has some sort of geothermal activity to it. They're quietly just walking in under the cover of night.
Can I see Yasha's eyes?
This would be, it's the same time of night you guys would be in. Yeah, or at least it's night where they are, and it's night where you are.
It's not like a different side of the world.
It doesn't seem to be, at least in a north-south region. Of course, night can fall quite a distance on a continent.
Yeah.
So, same continent you gather. Unfortunately, with the perception roll you made, you can't see much else. You just can make out the fact that it is Yasha. About 10 minutes of them perusing this journey, your spell fades, and the scry loses its anchor.
They're on the move. There were geysers.
Geysers.
Do we know of anywhere that has that kind of...
Have I read anything about the
There
geography of
was
this continent?
rocky
Make a history
mountains
check,
and
both of
hills
you.
that had no grass on them.
There aren't any guys that have Rex syndrome, are there?
Actually, you would have advantage on this,
Guidance.
Beauregard.
I would have advantage
You would.
Guidance.
and guidance.
Both of you.
Both those?
No, she just has advantage.
Okay, I got a 19.
Oh, you had guidance though from him.
Yeah.
I got a 20.
26.
Okay. It makes sense, because one of the regions that you're very familiar with
Oh no.
is the city of Kamorda.
Come more.
Near the base of Mount Mentiri, there's something about the mountainous region around it that has, since it was founded, given rise to a bunch of strange geothermal activity that has altered the landscape to where the vegetation that grows there, the few kinds that do naturally, are very alien to the rest of the empire. And that's also why a lot of the vineyards there are so sought after, because only certain types of wines and liquors can be made based on the topography surrounding Kamorda.
Rum Kiln
That's
Hills?
one place you know of which this type of activity is familiar, and you're very familiar with it because it's where you grew up.
Is it the only place, Bo, that's like that?
There are other places like that.
No. Yeah, there. I mean, I wouldn't imagine so. Bo just kind of like wipes away tears. Oh, and I mean, why would they go to Komorda?
Is there a cobalt soul there?
No.
Is there anything important for the empire there?
No, it's a wine town, and it's a little upper class. It's like a suburbs of
Is it on
Zadash.
the way
Maybe they're on their way somewhere.
to Zadash? Or is it away from Zadash?
What about outside?
Neighboring Zadash.
No,
It's
they
a
wouldn't be
few
on their
hours.
way. They can
No, they're
teleport
moving-
anywhere.
They're moving west, and
Yeah, it's west of Zadash.
just so you know, it is the same, roughly the same distance from here to Zadash it is to Komorda.
And these geysers, they're not in town, are they? They're outside of the town you come from?
There's a lot of mineral-rich soil and geothermal activity around there, which is why there are certain grapes that grow really well, make really great wine.
Maybe they
Lionette
start
wine.
thirsty.
Lionette wine.
I don't know where they would be moving west.
Holy shit! I just realized Lionette wine. We have that.
Yeah, we do.
Wow.
We do? What do you mean we do?
I mean, we have that at home.
Oh, you have that at home. We
Yeah,
don't
they
have it
sell
with us,
it at
right?
It's my family's wine.
Wow.
Your family is like a wine family?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well off?
Yep.
Oh.
Dad was a poor bastard, and he got a hint from someone to go and buy property, and his farm property that was more or less derelict, couldn't get anything to grow on it, and a fortune teller told him to buy the property and grow grapes on it, and that it would make him rich.
Does he tell that story all the time?
Is it printed on like the back of the label on the wine? Because it's like,
No.
it's a cute story and tourists really love it.
He tries to keep it on the down low.
Inside family lore.
Inside family lore.
They're in Komoda, not in the hills that surround it, yes?
Well, the winery is kind of based on the north side of Comorda in the hills, yeah.
Trying to be not seen, or they were trying to be quiet.
They didn't. I mean, they had their hoods up.
Can I think of any reason why they would be in fucking Comorda? Is there anything there that would make them...
There's wine families. There's a few competing ones there that you're aware of. There are standard small-scale businesses and guilds for any sort of, town to be maintained and for people to live there with the creature comforts that can keep a populace happy. But it's not a political center. There isn't a particular thing that stands out to you as to
So
having
just looking
relevance to their journey.
At this map, Deerstock is the nearest large city. It's south of there. Is there any sort of kobold knowledge hub there?
I don't think so in Deerstock.
Deerstock? Mm-mm.
They're traveling west from Sadash. The only thing further west from Komoda is the mountains, Pride's Call.
Is there anything in known history that predates the farming of the land for wine?
Based on your history check, I mean, there's a lot of things that predate this entire region. As far as there being previously existing societies that were wiped out during the calamity. Most of that information is still being recovered via what ruins are beginning to be discovered and delved into. Much of the society that exists here, the Empire, was based on a long crashed, Age of Arcanum mobile country, essentially.
Okay.
But nothing seems to really stand out to you as far as specifically that location.
Is there any reason you would not want to go there? Just weighing our options. Not saying I want to go there.
I think if we're going to consider going there, we need a little bit more hard proof that that is exactly where they were. I mean, you said there's geysers all over the place, right?
Not all over the place.
We should probably scry again tomorrow.
Do I know of any other place off the top of my head that would have guys?
In the Empire, generally no. Like the region of Mount Mentiri and that part of the mountain range there of the Sirius Mountains is the stranger part of that area because of the way it's changed the landscape. Like even north of that, Pride's Call, while it's a different type of geothermal activity, the hills and a lot of the plants that grow there are changed or different, which is how a lot of that culture is based on, especially the Pride silk that is farmed from the silkworms that live there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nothing in the Empire that catches your mind. As far as history goes, there are offshoot places near like strange ocean thermal vents, but those are, you've heard of them, but you don't know any specific locations that you've traveled to.
How long of a travel is it to get? Yeah.
It looks like a little bit longer than it would be to Zadash.
It's like
it'd be like an extra day and a half to get there
it's like
than
a day
where you are
from
now.
Zadash to...
Only because I'm map hunting, and I'm only looking at things that are around the area. Do either of you know about the ruins of Shattengrad?
Do we know about that?
Know about
Just east of Pride's Call, but north of Comorda, just on the other side of the.
Both of you make another history check for me, please.
Do I get
Only because-
advantage on this one too?
Only
No.
because
Doing your thing.
Yeah.
guidance,
Good, I need it.
because ruins are cool.
Total balls for me. 5.
Did you have the 4?
17.
No, okay, it was a 1.
17?
17 for me.
It's 5.
5. Gotcha. Yeah, the ruins of Schattengrad are
Oh, 15. I didn't add the 10.
a recent discovery outside of Pride's Call. There was the beginnings. It seemed to be of some sort of what would have been a quarry was being built by Pride's Call. Some of the dwarves there, the hill dwarves, and they found what looked to be some sort of a sinkhole, like a deep pit that went beneath. And in the base there were elements of what looked to be a very, very ancient ruin. This is maybe a few decades ago, and it's just been slowly being uncovered.
Do you guys ever play Skyrim and then instead of following the storyline, you just go to the interesting places and reveal all the and you get all your fucking missions out of order? That's what I feel like we're doing.
Kind of.
So you know that you know of it. You don't know much more beyond like what is in there, because it never was something that you paid much mind to when you were doing your research. You just heard about it. There are some excavations going on there. It's less of a mysterious magical thing beneath there, and more of historical interest and archaeologists and those type of folks trying to figure out what exactly it was. It seems to be, at least people are gathering that it may be tied to. What are you trying to do?
Can I roll an insight check on the DM?
You may not.
Here is my concern about going off and goose chase. We are talking about, our prey. They could be at a different. They're more mobile than we are. They can be in a different place in a day. So it's going to take us many days to get there. That trail will be cold as well, and we'll just be guessing at a target. At least if we're going to Zadash, we have some goals there. Things we can do.
We can find out what they stole, maybe.
Potentially more about these ruins of Schattengrud.
And if their movement continues to be erratic, then we know that they're at least moving with a purpose to throw off
For
our
something.
scent.
Yeah, while we travel.
It's only a day away.
I could, you could, scry on my parents, maybe.
Just to see if they're alive?
Just check in on Comorda, I guess.
Yeah,
I could try to send a message
have
to
to-
them.
you should.
You'd have to know what they look like or something, right?
I have to be sort of familiar
you
with
have
them.
you have no familiarity with their parents at all.
Yeah, you could totally describe them, and I know their name. I don't know their name. I know that it's Lionel. But
Lionel Richie, it's correct.
Lionel Rich is your dad.
Wait, that means you're.
Yep.
What's her name, Richie? It's the. No, not Christina Richie. Girl with Paris Hilton. Nicole Richie.
That's right. I've been RPing as Nicole Richie this whole time.
Deep cover.
Where do you stay, Adam?
That's hot. That's your Tracy persona.
I really don't want to have to make that canon.
I mean, it's the rich girl vibe. It kind
See
of
the
works.
pain
I guess so.
on your face.
Yeah.
So you can describe, and
Never.
I can try to send them a message, or I can try to scry on them and
Can you
see
draw?
if they're okay.
Do you have any ability to sketch?
Do it right now. Draw a picture of your parents.
Here, no, you describe them to me, and I'll try to draw a sketch, like like a criminal thing. You describe them, and I'll try to draw what I think they look like, and you can tell me if I get it right. Yeah, like a police sketch.
All right.
Face shape. Long.
My dad's a little bit shorter. He, he's
Make
got
a charisma check.
darker hair, a little pudgy, but like a rounded face. He's got kind of like
Charisma
a widow's
check.
peak.
This is how good you are at conveying the details.
Brown eyes. I got my blue eyes from my mom. Just straight charisma. Natural 20.
All right.
One.
Now you go ahead and
Long while.
make a dexterity check.
Guide me.
Yeah, no, okay, you gotta do it. You can do it.
Which
I'm
dice
scared of.
failure
I'm
this
scared of all of them.
Wait,
Let it speak to you. Go.
wait. A small little mote of white light floats up from my into you. Fortune's favor.
Okay.
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 Use
Just
them
I should just use it right now, just in case.
Woo! Plus dexterity.
Good.
So that's 22, but I'm gonna try the advantage.
Okay.
Okay, 22.
Okay. It's not bad. I mean, it's, given the circumstances that you're literally just describing it out of thin air and she sketches it, like you can look at it and go like, there's some things there that
Do you want me to
have a bit of
ice
familiarity to
farther
it.
apart, close it together? What kind of?
He's got kind of like a unibrow that he's let go in his later years. He
Alright,
keep
the
that
shape
shit
of his
up.
lips, is
Gotta
it
keep
close
it
to
up.
your
Yeah,
lips?
lips are kind of almondy shaped. Yeah.
Okay.
That perpetual frown. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cranky like me.
Okay.
All right. You have a sketch.
And the
of
name
her
is.
Thoreau. Thoreau Lionette. Thoreau. Yeah. That's right. When you made that joke forever ago, I was like, oh, fuck.
Okay.
Wow, you nailed it with a joke.
Thoreau Lionette.
Thoreau. Okay, am I scrying or am I sending a message? What am I doing here?
With the names. I know, I pulled yours out.
Yeah, which
Send
one?
a message to Thoreau.
Or
That way,
do you think?
if nothing's happened yet, you can.
He will know it's me. He's never met
He
me.
won't know regard.
stop it.
Do you want
Are we
me?
back
I
there?
don't even have to
Down
say I
that
have
side of the
anything to do
table.
with you if you want. I can just be creepy voice in his head and make sure he's okay. I can make him think he's going crazy if you want, but
He would probably relish it. You could always say that you're with a Cobalt Soul checking in, giving a status on Beauregard.
okay. Should I say you're
checking in.
doing like super, super good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell him I'm an expositor now.
Okay.
Top of the class.
A lot of stuff. Just okay.
Okay.
You got it.
I'm gonna send a message
You
to
won't fuck this up at
Thoreau
all.
Regard.
But make sure you ask him if anything has happened in Comordo.
Yeah. Okay.
All of those things.
All right.
25 words or less. Poop.
Hello. It is I, Archivist Zenoth, letting you know Beauregard is an expositor now. Top of her class. How are things there? Anything weird happen?
Anything weird?
Anything weird?
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. Get off.
Poor guy. He's doing the crossword.
On the toilet?
No, the response is, all right. Thank you for the information. Wow. Good for her. Nothing to report. Things are fine. Is that how this works? Like,
Is this how this works?
Number one, he sounded really nervous. Number two, he sounded like impressed.
Really?
Yeah, he said good for her.
it's kind of like the
Good for
grandparent
me.
Yeah, but in
trying
like
to
a
turn off
cool way.
FaceTime. Like, how do I?
Number three, he said nothing weird has happened. And then I heard him fart.
Sounds about right. All right, cool. Great. We don't have to go to Comordo.
To the dash.
To sleep.
All right, so you guys rest for the evening. Who's keeping watch on this one? All right. Just roll a perception check for me if you don't mind.
I'll give him advantage.
17.
17. Okay. Evening goes by without issue. We'll say for the purposes of expediency, since this long journey, they're having to roll for every single section every night. I'm just going to do the general roll for it.
Dome every night as well.
Of course. Continuing onward for the next bit of your journey, you make your way to Trostenwald. Do you wish to stop for any particular reason? Or
Been there
With
before.
Bryce?
Bryce is off.
Bryce here? Oh,
Yeah,
off
off
field.
them. Which is on the way, but I think we should.
I think just get like food for our horses and keep going fast.
Okay. If you decide to stay the night for comfortable lodging and not on the road at least, you go ahead and mark off 3.5 gold. Actually, 3 gold for all of you.
Okay.
For modest.
Thanks, Chester.
You're welcome.
Here where Gustav, was that his name? Leader of the circus? Wonder how his life is doing.
I'll never
We have to check
know.
in.
He would have already left though.
You definitely don't see him in Trostomov while you're there.
God, it's been a long time in California. This is the inn that we would have met in, right?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I've never.
There's that table over there.
We need to have a drink for Molly and Yasha.
I think I also didn't we make carvings? Didn't we make dick carvings under the table? We go over and we
like crawl on hands and knees and look under
Make an
every
investigation check, each of you.
Fuck yeah.
Guidance.
Guidance spam.
Myself.
Guidance spam.
Oh, really?
I think you can. TJ Storm did it like a
You
motherfucker.
touch one willing creature. You are a willing creature.
I
Yep.
am.
Just making sure.
It doesn't
18.
matter
26. I'm looking for the dicks as well.
14.
Can't use it if you have a concentration spell up.
You all come to the table at the same time and have the same exact epiphany as you see the carvings are still there.
Dicks.
There's an old farmer guy in the corner who's like, what?
Yeah.
Who you call a dick?
You old man, shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Just table inspector. We're just coming through making sure all your furniture is up to code.
There's some manners.
Congratulations, it is.
I'm gonna add a tusk tooth
What?
to it.
He's an asshole.
I'm gonna add a tusk tooth to
Cost
it.
to the local.
Okay. It's on brand.
And we should have a drink for Molly.
Let's have some Bombach Brewery Ale.
The fucking bomba.
This sucked.
Yeah.
What did I write? I changed their name on the sign.
Buttcock or something?
Bombcock, maybe? I can't remember.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So you go to the bartender. Actually, for this place would be.
Adeline Klaus?
Wow.
There you go.
His
You got the
notes.
information still.
Start
Yeah.
at the very beginning.
Go through my old notes here on this one.
Or Yorda? We're at the Nestled Nook, is that right, Maddie?
The Nestled Nook, I believe.
Klaus?
With my old notes here. Oh my god, it's been a while since you've
Yorda,
been here.
barkeep.
And
Adelaine.
Adelaine Klaus.
Also, I wrote Skinky Doody for some. Oh, Skinky Doody was a password.
Oh, that's
Into
right.
And like something that I made. I don't remember.
We went in there like if we're in trouble or something. So,
I was like, I think it was how I turned your shitty con. You remember?
Brilliant con.
Yeah.
All right. Well, upon asking for a, where is it here? Yep, this is Yorda. There we go. Right. So Yorda and Adeline are both there. Yorda's like, trying to look at my old notes for the character and be like, all right, Bombach, yeah, if you want to, they're a bit pricey at the moment since they shut down the manufacturing for a time.
Wait, they shut down? Why?
Is that all of the breweries? What about Von Brandt?
No, just the Bombachs.
What happened to them?
Yeah.
Apparently they were caught up in some sort of an illegal
trade.
ring. Something went up.
Didn't you?
I stole their fucking letters and shit. They were smuggling drugs.
Exposed them.
I did to the gentleman.
You shut down that
I shut down the bomb box. Cause and effect.
Cause and
Corner of the market.
Huh? Help two corner of the market.
The other one.
The other one?
There are two other families there. So I can definitely get it for you. So you know it's probably going to be quite pricey. But
Do you have any Lionette wine?
Yeah, I think we got two bottles in there.
I'll buy them both.
Let's do that. Are you
All right, you're spending the money. Certainly, by all means.
Yep, I'll spend the money.
All right.
Let's finish the leg at least for the night.
Two bottles of the purple cider red wine, which you're very familiar with. Those run at 50 gold per bottle. So 100 gold.
Whoa.
2 bottles they have.
Yep.
Whoa, your family rolls in the stinky Yankee shit.
Jesus.
Made some really good money when I was smuggling it out and selling it for half cost in the black market. You know why? All right, I actually gave 100 gold to my family. Oops.
Technically, it's just wholesale, so really
It's just grapes. Fermented grapes, yes? There's no, I don't know, spice in the bottle or
I
any
think
sort.
a large part of the wine industry is perception. You know, you create sort of an oeuvre.
Yeah. You kind of have to.
It's experiential.
It's an art. It's like a storytelling device when you have it done the right way.
I'm going to be honest, I don't see it myself, but it sells well. Most folks that really, look deep into it tend to be kind of I don't know, not right in the head.
Oh, yes, pricks. Understood. Fair enough.
I'll try some.
All right.
Since it's
You
your
know what?
wine.
I'll try some too.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I need to know what
This is
50 gold bottle of wine tastes
Very
like.
special occasion.
Caduceus, this is where the rest of us met.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, a long time ago now.
Explains the dick carvings. That's that's real nice. It's a nice little place.
It's nice that we could show it to you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. This is
Notch in history of the Mighty Nine.
Pour out some wine for everybody.
Does it change colors? Do anything?
It looks like a nice, rich red purple wine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, monk.
Oh, monk. I'm just looking at her. The first time she ever wrote notes about our characters in her notebook.
Caleb,
is it?
stinky wizard.
Yes.
Not goblin girl. Molly, pretty tiefling guy. Yasha, pale Viking. Bo, monkey.
Monk.
Or half-orc cowboy.
Wow, that's right. Last time we were here, you were a cowboy.
I was never a.
You were a
what?
cowboy. You were a definite cowboy.
What is he a cowboy now?
This is
You're
lovely.
a cowboy still.
It's not bad, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
I know it's like all a little bullshit, but it's actually pretty fucking good wine.
It's fruit forward.
Yeah.
Got a
You
good,
get those mineral
good
tastes.
nose.
Yeah.
I hear if you, swirl it in your glass, it helps to. What are you doing?
It is surprisingly zesty with like a faint hint of cinnamon to
Oh
it,
my
which is
God.
where the cider comes from. The title of the cider.
It's funny. I'm getting notes of tobacco and jam in it. Actually, it's little dark cherry.
Well, that's from that volcanic kind of type soil that's there. From
And sulfur.
Yeah. From the geysers. Mm-hmm.
To the dash!
All right.
It's just been an episode of cutting conversations and going.
All right. You stay your night there in Trostamol to continue the next day.
Is that the name of the episode?
It's about 2
In
days
lines,
from
pretty
there,
much.
I believe, to Allfield. Is there anything you wish to do along the journey there for these 2 days? Okay.
Travel hard.
Just
and back.
really petting Sprinkle a lot.
Okay.
Oh, we continue to work out.
Totally.
Yeah, hanging from like branches, doing
You find the occasional
pull-ups,
tree and just really
tossing boulders back and forth as we do sit-ups.
High running.
No, high knees, drop down, pop back up.
perfect.
The equivalent of me tasting wine. Just as boring to me to watch you do that.
Eventually making your way to the outside of Allfield. The city has, and Trostwald had it too, a minor Righteous Brand presence, which previously, especially when you grew up here in this area, Righteous Brand stayed mostly to outposts, like the two garrisons to the east, Weon Gorge, and major cities like Zadash and Rexentrum, Blade Garden, of which is where most of the training there happens. So it's still strange. When you came through last time on your way to Felderman after the war began, you remembered seeing more of a presence there. So the presence is still there.
That's just martial law.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say martial law necessarily, but there's definitely a larger martial presence. But nevertheless, you have access to the city. You go ahead and find yourself the previous inn where you had stayed.
Dash?
No.
Yeah, you're in Allfield. You you do ask around for Watchmaster Bryce Fielid. However, they are not there. They have been relocated for the time being to Blade Garden to aid in the current conflict until further notice.
Waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bryce
right
did
in the
not
thick.
want to go there.
No.
No, they did not.
What about the fire damage here? Is that all?
Most of it's it's either in a state of repair. Some of the smaller buildings, the damage has been completely taken care of. But like the larger buildings, like the was it the candle something? I can't remember off the top of my head. Is still in the process of being destroyed because that was a major point of damage. But it looks like the city's recovering and is on the cusp of being completely recovered from that attack by the Knolls back in the day, a few months back. But you find yourselves there comfortably for another evening of sleep. This will be, we'll put for all of you. Are you all
This
going
is
to
gonna
stay
be
in separate
fancy.
rooms? They're a little smaller here. Or are you all sharing rooms again here?
Double up. Three rooms.
Okay.
A1.
Nine silver.
I got that.
You got it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
ask around any sign of Shikasta around these parts?
Make an investigation check.
No, A1 10.
Guidance 6. Wait, this is an investigation?
Yeah.
17.
17. Alrighty. There's been no information of Shikasta currently being there, but apparently a week ago there was mention, some say, of the mysterious figure known as Hush passing through briefly, asking around some of the common folk, and they kind of light up at the mention of the name. Every week.
Every week.
Oh, right in my coffee!
Shake it up, shake it up. Come on,
Dead.
come on.
No, it's
It's in my coffee!
How are you feeling, friend? Only one way out now. That's actually sad.
Is it He's really energetic, though.
should probably remove it from the table so you don't accidentally drink it.
Max, come dispose of this. Beautiful creature.
Tasteful funeral.
Anyway,
So Hush was around at some point?
at some point in the past week or so, passing.
Are there at the inn? Are there any notices on the post board? Anything that looks interesting? Thanks, Max.
It looks like there are a few pieces of paper that are requesting more hands and volunteers for the war effort against the terrible and dangerous Kreen incursion. It looks like there are some postings looking for mercenary work to help bolster defenses against what looks to be more riled up goblin and ogre attacks in bands that seem to be getting more bold as some of the defenses are being pushed further and further east. Other than that, it's a couple of posting for just general farmhands and aid in reconstruction, looking for anybody who's handy with tools for a low weekly pay. You know, nothing else that catches your attention.
Okay.
And did we already ask if Thaddeus's shop had been completely rebuilt? Was his an inn? Thaddeus Candle Glow?
Yeah, the candle glow is not done yet, but it's mostly there. You'd probably be another 2 weeks or so of construction. It should be
Okay.
good.
Is he around?
You can go ahead and talk to him if you
Yeah,
like.
I'm gonna go find Thaddeus.
Okay. So Thaddeus and all feel going through my notes. Hopping around location to location. Alrighty. Alright, so yeah, you go ahead and find Thaddeus.
I think that's...
Oh, hi there.
Yep.
I
That's enough
remember
for
you.
the
You were
lab.
one of the folks that came in and helped out with everything that went on down here.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again. We're not quite up and running, unfortunately. We're not seeing folk in yet, but give us a little bit of time.
Very
We'll be
close.
good to go. We're getting there.
I'm gonna take 10 gold and give it to him.
Why do
The Traveler's been looking out for you, you know.
Who?
The Traveler. I told you about him before.
Right. Well, you tell this traveler that his.
I'm going to paint a figure of the Traveler with my special paint.
What?
And I'm going to give him a little statue of the Traveler.
Okay.
Focus. And
I would just
That's-
suggest keeping this on your mantle.
I'm just gonna... Okay. 11 p.m. I've been doing this too late. Clock. Any case, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around. I'll do this more over time. Just like these short crafting streams, and I'm going to make them Gunpla. This has been a few streams. This is the second for this one. Next time I'll probably finish the rest. It's just another leg, the ass, literally, then the wing and the weapons, kind of things like that. Also the cape, literally beam cape. That's one of the coolest things about the set. You barely see it, but yeah. So yeah, that's for now. Those are this. I'll assemble the head later. It doesn't usually iffy. And this one is even iffier than usual, because I think you can assemble it proper, where it shows damage, or I can assemble it like full packets and no damage. but I'll do it. Big time. More or less. And the stickers. Okay. Stickers are good. Oh, nice, good one. In any case, once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. If you find this enjoyable, comment, links, stuff like that. There are a bunch of other videos I do on this channel. There's usually gaming. I mean, usually, mostly it's gaming. It's either short 1 hour reviews. Yeah, that's short. Or it's just let's plays, playthroughs, I play with friends, stuff like that. Once again, thanks for watching. Until next time, it's the stories that we play, or Gunpla that we assemble.